People with disabilities in Indonesia and Fiji speak to camera. Bold orange text reading climate change appears on screen. We see an aerial view of a river in Fiji. Lucy, a woman with a physical disability, speaks.
People with disability should be included for preparing for climate change and disaster.
View of a river and houses in Fiji. Trima, a woman born without arms, speaks. Trima uses her phone with her feet.
When something happens, like a natural disaster, people with disabilities need to be ready to face it.
A man called Budi, using a wheelchair, speaks. He looks up at the sky, then into the camera.
During floods or earthquakes, I find it hard to get out and take myself to a safer place.
Lucy speaks. She walks with crutches up a ramp. View of houses beside a river, then a raised house in Fiji.
When it's high tide, the water comes right to the back of the community hall, passing our house and going right in. But before, no.
Isarelli, a man with cerebral palsy, speaks. He walks down a road with a crutch to an inaccessible building with a large staircase, then walks back home.
During the cyclone, when we go to evacuation, there's no space for us because it's not accessible. Some of us, we just really need to stay home because we know that our home is accessible to us.
Lucy stands at the bottom of stairs. Then she is walking along a path.
People with disabilities like us need a safe place to evacuate when disaster comes.
We as people with disabilities need to know how to save our lives.
Kurniati, a female polio survivor, speaks.
In every village, we must have a disaster assistance response team. We also need to train everyone, including elderly and people with disabilities, to be able to help themselves when there is an emergency.
Text on screen appears. Help amplify these voices and calls for equity. Share this video. A white background appears. The CBM and International Day of People with Disability logos appear.